Greetings, everyone. Oh, wait, no, no, we don't want to do that. Let's get back to the game. Yay, here we are. There's always something. There's always something. And that's why television programs have crews. They have a bunch of people who are looking for everything that could possibly go wrong or be unaccounted for and stuff like that. And so, hi, I'm back on the East Coast. Unfortunately, I've had quite an allergic reaction to dust. Dust that was dusted up when we left and dust that was dusted up when we got back after being gone for 3 months. And it's very, very strange that I had such a bad reaction. But so if I am sneezing, that is what it is about. I'm going to come in. It's cold out there. I'm not quite dressed for that. This is the new gatehouse in the new Gatehouse District of Arnaaluk, and welcome everybody. The experimentation primarily is the fact that I have a new machine, and some parameters were changed back to the original parameters in hopes of getting the machine to seeing if the machine handles better. This is a guard tower that Case is supposed to be working on. I'm not sure that Case is working on anything else right now. This morning on Twitch, which I did do a Twitch stream, but it was with the old parameters, or I should say the parameters that were in place because I was having trouble with the old machine because of memory. I didn't have enough memory. Or processing power. So let me see. Nothing's being done there, and nothing should be being done at the gatehouse. So this morning on Twitch, we changed the builders. Case is going to build this up to a level 5. I need this to be a level 5 so that I can change it into a druid station. And I can't do that before then. So Case isn't going to be doing anything else but upgrading this druid station right here. And when he's done with that, we'll have him work on this gatehouse and do the same with it. Now the gatehouse is going to have, has to have archers. And we are going to have two archers when the time comes. We have a competition. Well, we have actually a fitness center right here. When it's 11:05, we can, well, we don't have to wait with this. This will be fine. What we have to wait for is the other guard tower, the other druid tower right here. Which is not a druid tower anymore. So we needed more builders in this area, and I decided, yay, bonjour, ah bien, muy bien, et vous, et toi, I think et toi is correct, et toi. Yes. Oui, it's nice to see you. It's nice to see you again. Welcome. And so I was explaining what's happening, what I did on Twitch this morning. We changed this druid guard tower into a builder's shop because we can change it back into a guard tower easily. Once this is done, once we don't need the builder here anymore. But right now we have so many projects. We have these these druid red towers that all need to be built. And we have, there we go. Fur 3, ça va? How are you? And we have the fitness center here that needs to be done. We're going to have a flower shop that's going to be a gift shop that is going to be added in this area, as well as several restaurants. What is out here? Nothing. As well as the restaurant and bakery. So we discovered something that we had done when we were here this morning. You have to go to sleep, but you like to work late. Ah, oui. Yes. It's fun to work late. It is. This morning, we realized something very interesting, that we were putting the restaurant for this hotel. We were actually putting the restaurant for the hotel right here, where we now have this bakery. And we had laid down a restaurant foundation in order to put here. And then we realized something very interesting, that around on this side of the hotel is the monument, is this ancient ship portal. This is a portal for ships to go to the nether. 1 a.m. here, but you had a coffee. 36 hours. Yowie. Why? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? Why are you up for 36 hours? Why? Goodness sakes. And so we very nice. Oui. And so we decided that we were going to put in Aquatica restaurant. We moved it to this location specifically so that, look at there. See that? There they go. That's so cool when they're about to appear, that all they are is just sparkles. And then all of a sudden they are there. And I love that. So, we wanted this restaurant here because this restaurant will actually have a better view. It'll have more views of this monument, which is really, really nice. And then we noticed this. This is, which one? Let me see which one this is. I believe that this is the Sika apartments. Right here. No. This is the Willows. So this is the Willows apartment building. And look how close it is to this right here. This is an entrance for the restaurant right there. We can actually have a walkway go from here to here. And this is going to be really, really excellent. So let's do that. Let's do that now. Let's continue with the work that we were doing. In order to do that, yep, I think this is what we were going to do. Let's bring the this up for a second here. And the experiment is that we are trying to figure out, now that we have it at the original parameters, the original parameters for running Minecraft and Minecolonies, using the Forge launcher and running Minecraft, that we could maybe get. Maybe we didn't have to have those parameters that we had at that time, and maybe it'll run better. And so that's what we're trying to find out right now. Look at all of them. Look at them all. It's so wild. Isn't this gorgeous, this portal right here? It's within the border. It is. It's within the border. So we're going to make it possible for them to be able to see this from a corridor, and we want it to be glass. Uh-oh, this was what we were afraid of. Meltdown. I'm melting. Let's take one segment out. We might, one segment and a quarter and a corner might be the right length, but we'll start with one segment first. Infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3, and it is facing the right way, I think. Yes, it is. We can put it here. It is too far into this building, and so it needs to be here like this. So we're talking about putting one of these here. Let's put this on this side so that I can have them run through on the inside here and not on the outside. The hut, the decoration blocks piece. Mr. Villager, hi. Hi. I'm good. I still I'm having a little allergic reaction, but other than that, I think I'm okay. I'm having a little allergy problem, but other than that, I'm okay. And let's begin. Here we go. Level 3, constructed. X. So there's the first one of these right here. Let's go to this one and put one here. And let's go to infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3. Turn the hut block piece, the construction decoration block piece in that way. And let's bring this up to so that this matches right here. That's the match for that. Now we have a problem, Houston. I believe that these are at 2 different levels. So hold on a second. I'm sorry. Might have to wipe my nose. Allergic attacks. Yes. Thank you. And pretty intense too. I haven't had any of this intense in like 1,000 years, and ages and ages and ages since I've had them be this bad. Level 3 constructed, and let's X. So we're going to have to start bringing this up or bringing this down, and let's begin. We could bring it up or down at the corner. Let's use some of this, and let's use this, and let's see where they're going to come to for a moment. This is probably the best way to do this. Here we go. Otherwise, I can't necessarily be sure. Whoops. That looks about right there. Let's bring this over and let's see how much of a difference there is here. Is it 1 block or is it no blocks? It is 1 block. Okay, that's actually good, because that means we can use the corner and bring the corner down 1 from here to match this part right here. And see this right here? This is more than the corner right here. So we need to put the corner in here first and then see how much we need to put in after that. So corridors. And we do have to do a corner glass, corner, level 3, and there it is. So since this is pretty close to this, and this one belongs right here, and there it is. So there's this section. So we're going to put this section down one, or have this section be, let's have this section go down to this section. So let's put this corner piece in right here. Quite a surprise. Let me look. Let me look at Discord for a second and see if there is something else. I did look at it earlier. It's not going to show me Discord now. I did look at it earlier. Let's go here. And yeah, I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. I'm going to have to, I think I'm actually going to have to blow my nose. Hold on a second. I apologize. Yeah, I can understand why people, why in some situations people end up having some sort of constructed, some sort of help. Oh, did I really just do that? I didn't realize I moved it. Okay, well, this is what kind of day it's been. I actually tore down the restaurant. I had this whole building right here over here and had to remove the whole building in order to move it to here. I removed the entire building and I did it by hand. By hand. I did use the faster tools. And then when I was tearing down the building that used to be here, I confused these two buildings and started tearing down this one. The one that I wanted to be here, and it was so crazy. It was crazy. And now I have just made a mistake again, and I'm going to get the big tools for a minute and just erase this because it doesn't pay. Yeah, an undo button, indeed. So we're just going to take these pieces away right here, and we'll do it again. Luckily, it's tiny as opposed to this morning when I did that entire restaurant. I had to make that entire restaurant go away. So we'll take this part away here. And do this again. There's the hut block. And we're done. Okay, so obviously this is in the wrong place. So let's move this away. And let's do that again. The whole point of this was to get these in the right place, and I still didn't do it. That was very strange. Okay, so I think I got distracted by my sniffles. So one more time. Infrastructure, corridor, glass, a glass corner, level 3, that is it. And what I made a mistake with is the thing that I'm going to fix now. I need this to be here and down one. And then I need to make sure that this is down one here. Okay, so now that's down one, but this is still at the right place here. and it is. We can take this back right here so we can see that that's at the right place. It is this time, and we can construct it. Okay, X. All right, this time that's correct. Now with this piece, let's have a piece like this. This is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a full piece, so we can have the full piece be here. So let's come to here, infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment, level 3, with this on the inside right here, and bring this to here. So which way are we going to do this? If we do it this way, we have to have a step up. See what's happening? We have to have the step be right here, and this is the part, but it's easier to do it with this than it is to do it with this block part because of that right there. So since that's going to be there anyway, let's do it with this part. It's much easier to do it with this part. So let's go for it. So it's in the right place. This is connected. This down here should be where this is, and it is. So that if we take this back like this, see, we'll see this is here and connected right here. So one part is here and one part isn't. And now we have that on the inside, which is what we wanted. And let us build. Constructed and X. All right, so right here we're going to have a problem, Houston. And let's get our sponges. And let's sponge the water out of this section right here. And this section right here. Water's coming in from there, but that's okay. All right. So I need a slab here. And I need this to come down too. Stop. So I need this to come down to right here. So I need that to be there. And this right here. And then here, we need this to come across here. So what I need is a cutter. I have it. I need light gray and white concrete. Let's do 3 of these, 2 more of these. Let's put this away here. Let's bring down this and let's stand here. Actually, this is in the water. Let's stand here and let's undo this part. Let's get a pickaxe from here and we'll do this. And you have been struggling with a painting in the last 3 dang weeks. Okay. And multiple times you've touched the lower part of the canvas and thought, why isn't the mistake disappearing? Ah, that's cute. That's wonderful. Yeah, I know that feeling. Oh my goodness. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. So these are actually connected, but I have to be careful because druids will want to use this even though this isn't done yet. And let's come to here. Let's put this down and let's pick this. So I need one of these and I need one of these. So we can put these here. Make that go away. And let's come to here where this is. Take this away. And let's put in this and this and this. Dun, 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 dun. Okay. So there's the stair that's needed. This upper part here. Let's come here for a second because this is going here. Let's take this piece and put it there so that that part is connected. And then what I need here is a double glass. And what I would almost need, so maybe I don't need it. Maybe I don't need anything because it's going down. I think that is correct. I don't need anything there except to fix that piece that I just fixed. There we go. Okay, so the water's going to subside a little bit. And this part is done. And they can walk up. And this is good. All right. So I have siren sight because I'm in the water. So that's making the insides very, very bright. Salmon lost its life. Okay, you know, since you lost your life, I'm just going to grab you. Good food. We don't want the food to go to waste. And we're at this corner right here. Let's do this piece next. The one that goes here. So infrastructure, corridors, glass, segment level 3. And let's turn it this way. I think that is correct. Let's bring it here. That is correct. And let's stand here, right in here. You can stand right here. Stop. And let's bring this down and connect it right there. So the hut block piece, the decoration block, is right there. And we want the decorations to be on that side. This decoration is freaking on the wrong side, but I should have realized that first, but that's okay. These two are going this way, this is going this way, and we'll have to have it like that. This one that's here, we'll just have to take this one down. And hopefully that's not going to interfere with the way they walk. And there it is right there, it is connected. And so, construct. Now for any of you who've never seen me before, or who don't remember, I always put in the roads. The builders rarely put in roads, and if they do put in roads, everything is built. And they're putting in extra pieces of road and stuff like that. But I usually don't let them put in roads because, let's see how many this is going to be. I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's one short. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go here. We have one block short. I'm putting this here. So let's come down. Let's get on this side for a second and bring this up. And there it is. It is matching right here, or not matching. Let's match it to this side. And Mr. Villager is saying in chat, and trust me, it's almost painful to make a mistake. I have gotten this mantra of reason is not being afraid of throwing away an old canvas. I repeat it 3 to 5 times. But the pain of mistake, but that is so, it doesn't go away. I'm curious, Mr. Villager, because the old masters used to paint over their mistakes. So the paint was so thick on the paintings. They didn't care about that. They painted over their mistakes several times, and you can check that out in museum history, that there have been a lot of paintings that when they looked underneath them were other paintings underneath them that had been painted over. And in that respect, your first painting, the painting you're calling a mistake, is actually contributing to the painting that ultimately is in for everyone to see. And it's something to think about. That way you're not making a mistake. You're not, it's not a mistake. The one interesting thing about painting is that you almost can't make a mistake. You can think you're making a mistake, like, oh, I didn't want that color there. Paint over it. Let it dry and paint over it. Paint what you want. That's kind of what's happening here. So, made a boo-boo, make it go away, do something correct. It's really important to give yourself that freedom, and painting, among all the arts, is one of those that is very forgiving, especially oil painting, because unlike water painting and acrylics, you can actually paint over it. That's why people loved oil painting. Let me come here, constructed, and we'll do this right here. I know it's really difficult. I know you're very, very hard on yourself. But this is one thing that is on your side, is that you are a painter, and that painting allows you to make mistakes. It absolutely does. It allows you to make mistakes. And then to say, I meant to do that. I meant to do that. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, let's get some of this water out of here. So we have water here, so a water source. There's a water source here, a water source here. Oops, and there's water here. Let me put some glass right here, and that will take away that water, and that will take away that water. All right, and is the water going away? No, so there's someplace else there's a source, probably here. Dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. Now the thing is, don't get crazy until you get back to it. Yes! Or get crazy. Get crazy and allow that craziness to inform your painting. Stop forcing yourself into some corner. You don't have to. Allow yourself to be crazy. That's one of the most wonderful things about art. Allow yourself to be crazy. Just reminded Bet who is going to trip to. You're gonna have to explain that one for just a moment. All right, so there we are. Dun, da, da, da. So when people come through this corridor, they can stop here and look at this gorgeous thing, this monument, this thousands of years old ruin of a ship portal. When the witches, this is my story, this is my Minecolonies story, when the witches had massive cities and they built these ship portals to go into the nether. And it's one of the reasons that the mermaid nation of Ta'ana, my nation, has the ship portal, which we gave to the druids here, so that they could build a ship portal for their ambassador to the nether. So that is the story that I tell. And let's see here. Wait, oh, you're traveling tomorrow to a vineyard? Oh my gosh, that sounds wonderful. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, I can't wait to hear all about it. That's wonderful. That sounds wonderful. Oh, it's a shame that you're just going to be there for a day. That sounds like a wonderful place to paint. It really does. But you can remember it, or you can take a picture. Your family is going? Or are you doing this with like a class or something like that? Dun 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 dun! Yay, Case! Case completed the Druid Tower level 3, and we're going to go look at it from right here. So let me...
Or are you just really, really super thirsty?
Who are you talking to?
Vineyard. Vineyard.
Oh, the vineyard. Vincentia said, or are you just really, really super thirsty? We don't need these. We're going to let them go. Let me come here. Let's put this here. I might still need those. Let's put this away. Let's put the sponge away for now. We don't need the glass right at the moment, or this. I have a tendency to not want to have a whole lot of stuff. Oh, that sounds so cool, a vineyard. Wow. We actually passed some vineyards on our way between the Midwest, between Missouri and Atlantic City. We actually passed some vineyards on the road. Vineyards are so cool. I actually had at one point a photo shoot when I was working. I had a photo shoot at a vineyard one time.
Hi.
It was gorgeous. Let's come here. Hi, River. So this is one of the changes that happened. This is River. This is River is either the first druid here, so she's one of the first 4, or she's the second. So she's been here a very long time. And she and Spencer have been living together for a very long time. But when she was offered, when she saw this project was available, she wanted to work it. And it meant that she would not be able to live with Spencer. And Spencer, there isn't anything for Spencer to do here in this area. And he did not want to, although there was one thing that we didn't check on. And let's look here. We didn't check to see if Spencer wanted to try and use his competitive, his archery skills here. And let's look for him again. There's an S there. Let's go to the next set of S's. I did this morning. We'll do it again. There's Sam and there's Scarlet. Okay. And let's do the next set of S's. Coming up. Right up. What happened to them? We didn't have any. Oh, there they are. Spencer. And here's Spencer. Look at this. Well, that would be interesting. If he wanted to live here with her for a while, and this was the thing I wasn't sure I wanted to do. He has dexterity and adaptability. Would he lose his dexterity for a while if we had him come here and he wanted to be here and just practice? Just he has really good skills, and he wants to bring his skills up. We could have him do that, and then the two of them could live together. I think I would like to do that. I think I would. Let's do that. So let's hire Spencer here. Spencer's a stonemason. We have 2 other stonemasons, so this is not a problem. However, this is a level 0 as far as this is concerned. We are making an exception with the Gatehouse area because, wow, that was fast. Oh, Case, it's you. What are you doing here, Case?
What can I do for you?
Are you just looking for something to do? Here, let me give you something to do. So Case just worked on this. This is a level 3, And we're going to have Case bring it up to the level 5. I've got to have a level 5 here, Case. So we'll have him work on this first and get this up to the level 5. So this will be good. Ooh! Oh my gosh, Tamemo. That is Tamemo visiting. Tamemo is skin in the game. That is a patron of Minecolonies. At a certain level of Minecolonies, one of the perks that you get is you get to have your very own avatar visit everybody. And so that is Tamemo. And what does Tamemo say? Tamemo says, I will always be there for you. Your reliable shrine maiden fox caster has now arrived. I will be willing to join your colony for 9 ancient tomes. Holy good night. Pricey little person there that we've got. Hi, Tamemo. But I never hire them. You can hire them, but I don't, because I want them to come back and visit lots of times. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. And so here we are. So this is what, notice it got dark. This is what Case is going to work on here. He's going to work on this tower and bring it up to the level 4. And let me look for a second. So Case finished his, and let me see if Hallie is still working on hers. River is still working on her builder's hut. She has to get up to a level 5 before she can do anything. My eyes are bothering me. But yeah, she has to get up to a level 5 before she can work on anything. And so it's sunset. Everyone's gone home. Let's get Spencer. We just moved him here, and so he's sleeping there. But she lives in the Sika apartments right here. So, and she's got a big, beautiful, lovely bed in this area. I was right here. And I think she's in the A apartment. She is right here. And we haven't done anything to her apartment just yet, even though it's a level 5. We can do some stuff. But when he's off duty, this is where she is. So it's all set up already. A nice big beautiful bed for them. And yeah. And there we go. So let's take that down. And this is fine for now until, I don't want to take the furniture away until I'm going to do something with the place. I have a tendency to do that a lot. This is the level 3 apartment. And then this is the level 5 apartment. And we have Monroe and Miguel here. And we had started working on a wild and crazy kitchen. Monroe wanting this sweet little kitchen right here for herself. She's a chef. And upstairs, I don't think we've done a lot up here yet, have we? Because they're living in, I changed that. And we put in the bed. We put in that. And in here, sure enough. And they're there. Okay. So that's what we've done here. It's partially done. We have to, they're waiting. The story is that they're waiting for more furniture to arrive, and that's how we'll look at that part. So Spencer is a stone mason. We have 2 other stone masons. We have do we have 2? We have Nancy. Nancy is Spencer's cousin. So Nancy was here first, and then Spencer came in afterwards. And so we have Nancy and Spencer, and I've got to have a stonemason. Oh, and I can see her now. And Everly. Everly is in the second makers area. So Spencer not working for a little bit while River is doing this project will be fine. When the time comes that River doesn't have anything to do anymore because she's a builder, a lot of times builders become teachers afterwards, but there won't be any place for him unless he teaches also, unless he decides that he's going to lecture on stone masonry. So both of them would be teachers, and we would get a new stonemason to take over his shop. Here's Everly's shop right here. Now I'm saying Everly, and it might be Avery. It is Avery. Sorry, Avery. It's Avery, and this is our other stonemason here. And Ryan is down here. Ryan is, well, so we have 4 builders who are working right now. Ryan is finishing up this project that she's working on. You can see the difference. You can see the concrete replacing the diorite in this shop. And this is a level 3 going up to the level 4 now. So she's putting in the upstairs. The upstairs is in, yay! And when this is done, these are not open, these areas here. But when we can put a dome on this one, and then we'll put glass in these areas here. I don't want to wash away the bushes, so I don't want to do anything right just yet until she's done. Let her finish getting this built, and then we'll see what we can do from there. But yeah, so that is what's going on. This is Hallie. Hallie is now in her shop for good. Paloma was here when the shop was being built, but now that the shop is finished, Hallie is come and taking her place and has moved into the area. I think she's in the Enchanted Woods apartment buildings. And this is Raquel's restaurant here with Gray as her baker right here. We have 2 or 3 restaurants that actually have the bakery in the restaurant. We have 3. So we have Raquel, we have Messiah, who has Abdullah as the baker, and then we have Khalil, who has Leonard as the baker. So we have Gray, Leonard, and Abdullah, Gray, and Leonard. There's also Aya, but she's in a cookery. And then we're going to have another baker in the new section, in the Gatehouse District. This is actually the second makers district that I'm in, which is off of the farm district here. We're stepping into the farm area right here. And this is one of the 3 rail corridors that we have because it is such a long corridor. There is rail here. There's rail on the main corridor, which is over there, 1 block down, or 1 apartment building down that way. And then the monument corridor is very long, and so we have rail there. We cannot have rail for this corridor because it's an apartment building. And then it's the farms. This is one of the pastures for 2 dairy farmers. And then we have this pasture up above for 2 dairy farmers. Rayansh and Gemma are here. This is Monroe's Diner, and Monroe is going to have some competition, as we will now have a full nighttime restaurant, a beautiful restaurant, which is going in with the Gatehouse Hotel. So it'll be the Gatehouse restaurant. This is the Gatehouse Bakery right here, which is actually quite lovely. So we just put this in this morning, and this is not done, obviously, because it still is made fully out of stone, and we have to make it out of concrete because there's nothing supporting it. So we have to use the special concrete that we have. That odd-looking creature is a bat, and Simon hopefully will come back someday to Chroma Hills, and because this happened when Minecraft changed the parameters for animals, and the bat changed, and so Simon's bat is a very odd, scary creature because it is not fitting the Minecraft pattern for a bat anymore, and that's why that looks like that. So this bakery, we can work on it. I just want to make sure that everyone's working. Who's sleeping back here? It is Solomon. Good. And so now this is the restaurant that we just joined to the rest of the community with this. This is the Willows down there. So there is Raquel's restaurant there and Monroe's restaurant there, and this is the third restaurant in this area, so this is a good amount. The cookery that Raquel is using and is, I believe, right here. I think that's the cookery right there. Oops, can't see it from any other way, but I think that's the cookery. I think it is. So the cookery is right there for these three restaurants that are in this new section. So remember, this is an experiment. I see it lagging. This is an interesting time, and so we'll see what's going to happen here. We had bumped up the memory on, I don't even know. I don't have the way that that nerds and developers and people who code talk about it. Let's get concrete. This morning we decided that we are going to do green. But I don't know how I'm going to make it work because I don't think I'm going to like this green. Let's look for a second and see what it looks like. Let's just put it in the corner for a second, in the corner of the walls here. So Vincentius Primus would actually have to explain what we did, but what we had originally done to deal, dude, yes, that's what we did. What we originally did was to bump up the memory to make there be more memory available for Java in hopes that it wouldn't lag. We put all those parameters, and then there was a string of commands that was added that was found that to use. It was found online, and that was to help it also deal with what was going on. So see what's happening now? This is interesting. So technically I'm not really I'm kind of getting the lag. And I wonder if I stopped doing stuff for a little bit, if Java would catch up, or if Java's at the point that it's reached that I do need the overclocking. I do need the extra memory for Java. But when I have the extra memory for Java, then Java then Java beach balls when it tries to dump the trash. And I'm hoping it is not going to do. Vincentius?
I saw that.
It's already doing the saving world and taking a long time to save. And I am only an hour in instead of an hour and a half in. And I'm going to see if I can do anything. I have a feeling that I can't.
I have a feeling that extra little bit of memory
Was needed.
it was hurting you when you didn't have the physical memory.
Right, when I
You were
didn't have the
asking for-
physical.
You were asking for memory that your system actually didn't have.
Right, because I only had 16 gigs, and when it was up to 9 gigs, it was taking memory away from functionality.
And that
Right.
would be interesting to see what would happen if you put it up to like 12.
It would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Uh-huh.
Because I have 36 now instead of 16. So that would be curious. Well, I'm going to have to do something because I'm now having the problem. And this is why I called this experiment an experiment, because I wanted to see what was going to happen here. So in order for me to do this, because see, now I'm at the point that I get to where I can't move. And this is what happens with Java. So let me get out for a second. Is he available? Yes. Okay. Let me save and quit title.
Bump it up real quick. Bump it up real quick. Do you want to bump it up real
Oh,
quick?
definitely I do, because I have to get out anyway. I can't move.
Yes.
So save and quit to title is beach balling. So I have to wait until the beach ball goes away, and then we'll save and quit to title. The world is saving. And
So
now,
while it crashes, it gives you festive beach ball to play with.
yeah, Squid Game. Okay, sorry people, but it's going to be a black screen for a second. My face is still there in the corner.
It is.
All right. And what's wrong with you? That looked like it was having an effect on the whole system. So here's CurseForge. So I'll explain what's going on. CurseForge, forging your library. So
Library is a forgery.
yeah, it's a forgery, all right.
You need a
What do
forgery.
I need here?
Click on
Three
the,
dots.
Nope. Click on the one that you play, but don't click play. Just click to get into it.
Click here.
Click. Now
Then
click the three
click
dots.
the 3 dots here.
And go to Profile Options.
Profile options.
And crank her up to. It was at 9 before.
It was at 9
Don't
before.
make it too high.
Let's make it 12.
12 will be good. 12
Let's
is.
try 12.
That's good. That's
Oops.
close enough. Doesn't have
Close
to be
enough.
exact.
Okay.
Done.
Done. Now, do I have to do anything to the other thing?
Nope.
Remember, because we
Nope.
did stuff with that. Okay, so now I'm going to bring it back up. So all we did was give permission for the game to use 9 memory
12.
and 12 memory. It
Well,
was
it's usually
9.
We dropped it back to 8, which apparently was a mistake.
Yes, it was apparently.
And if only somebody had spoken up at the time and said, this may be a mistake.
I think you did, but I think that you agreed
I
at the
just didn't
time
wanna-
that it was an experiment to see if maybe Java
Yes.
was going to act better with the normal amounts of memory, because there it is. It says that the recommended amount for your system is 8,500. Didn't it say less than that before?
If it did, it was only marginally less. It said 80 something.
Yeah.
So
Okay, proceed.
With
So now it still allows you, it's saying the recommended is that. So now we are going to have the game back in just a moment, and I am going to make CurseForge go away. Go away, CurseForge. And welcome back, everyone. Back to the game. Dun, 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 dun. So whenever I bring it back again from from restarting the game. Everything is fine. We'll see how long it lasts.
So you just need to restart every 15 minutes, and everything would be smooth and
every hour and a half it wants to back up.
I think this should.
So let's see how long it lasts this time. And so thank you everyone for your patience. I don't like it. I know. It's such an interesting thing to have colors, but colors don't work the way people think they do. Let's go to concrete again. I don't think there's anything that I'm going to like. Maybe the light blue would make it really cold in here. The yellow, remember we're underwater, so they're surrounded by blue. The yellow, let's see if I like the way the yellows look. I'm going to end up doing white. What I'm trying to do is this part. Yeah, let's do yellow. This part is has the least amount. See the stone? This is the part that I'm going to make yellow. And then where it's brick, that part I'm going to make concrete, white concrete. And that's how we'll do this one. This picture comes down. We can do pictures here. I'm going to let all of these go. These things right here. Now this is not their stuff. This is Tana's stuff because I just had the builders come in and build this. So this is not stuff that goes back to them or stuff that's missing from their stuff. Really? This is Lady Shatana's design for this. See right here where this is all this? I think we can put window in that entire part. And if we do, I think we're going to use the windows here. What are you waiting for, River?
What is it?
That's got you. What's happening? You still haven't gotten those racks. Racks don't have... Let me see something. I don't think racks have anything. Crafting, teach. Let me look at racks for a minute. CK. They don't have sticks, do they? Why is she having a problem getting racks? It says a carpenter or a blacksmith. Let me take a minute and go to the second maker's area, and let's look at the carpenter and the blacksmith there and see if they can make racks. Right, Solomon?
Yeah.
Hi, Rayansh. No one's hungry, which is good. That means that the restaurants are working fine. There's no one who has a red mark where they're dissatisfied with their food. And druids are the first to be dissatisfied. So in this area, everyone's getting fed. This is the Sakura. The Sakura Apartments has two different color Sakura trees. The white Sakuras and the golden Sakuras. And so we have botanical garden for the golden ones. This is the pastures here. We can see the chicken pasture and then the combined sheep and cow pasture right here. And then we're coming around to the second maker's area. It's daytime and you can see it's almost 6 o'clock. So a lot of people are going to start going home at 6:30 from work. And so there's Tristan. This is Micah. Mildred is over here. She's the mechanic. And then Hannah is here. I need Leonard, who is over here. And there's Avery. Avery, are you talking to Leonard? You're spending a lot of time over here. Would you two like to live together? I can put the two of you together in an apartment. Leonardo, not Leonard. Leonardo. Leonard is the baker. And let's look here and see if Rax is on this list. It is not. Teach recipe. So we're going to teach it. I need wood. I need wood. So let me get from here. Let me get oak. I'd prefer it be made out of oak. And we'll come to here. Crafting, teach recipe, teach, and let's replace the wood. And there we are. So he knows how to do it. Let's see if he's the right one or if we need Dex to know how. We have two Dexters. One of them is a dairy farmer. The second Dexter is a carpenter, and he's around the corner in the stuff to be made out of oak. Yeah, I prefer stuff to be made out of oak. It's much easier to get them to grow oaks. I feel like it's the tree farmers prefer growing oak to other types of woods. Oaks grow more easily. Hi. Who is this? This is Bailey. Bailey, what are you doing? Bailey, aren't you supposed to be in the mine? She's a mine druid. I wonder what she's doing. Let's come here and let's teach this and see if we can. Teach this here again. Oak is standard. Oak is the original tree. Oak is the original tree. So oak. And in this area, we're underwater, so we're using oak. Oak grows really quickly, and we have a good amount of it. So we're using that. Dun, 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 dun. So now both Dex and Leonardo know how to make those. And oak is holy. Yes. Yes. So we're headed back to where we were, and I could ask for Hallie to ask for that again, that possibly she's been waiting for it for too long. River also. But it's nighttime and they're not here. She's not here. It's not River. River needs a sword and a redstone torch. All of those things Mildred should know how to do, and Leonardo should be able to make her an iron sword. I'm just going to go back for a sec. It's much easier to go back, and then I can start working on what I need to work on with that new bakery. Oak, but it's different at Piti Hamalaluk, at the retreat on land. The dark oak is the oak that they have the most of, and so they use dark oak for a lot of the things. So this is mica here, and what do I need? I need a sword. I need Leonardo to make an iron sword. Let's come over here and check. We don't make a lot of weapons. You see, I have a bunch of things crossed off, and so it's possible he doesn't know how to make one. Sure enough, an iron sword, which is why she's not getting it. An iron sword sticks, and that's that. And then the other was, what was it? Wasn't it a redstone torch? I think it was. I think it was, which would be Mildred. Mildred should have that already. And you're asking why they don't already know how to make those things since I'm at level 5. It's because they're the 3rd version of this. And despite what Minecolonies says, I have found that if the last maker that you make, if you have, so I have 3 mechanics. So I have Bear, I have Kylie, and Mildred, who is actually the first mechanic, but she wanted to work in the new section. She's a submarine builder, and she wanted to repair these scrubs for this warehouse, so she moved over here. But in this shop, she doesn't necessarily have all of the all of the recipes. So because she doesn't have them, they're not getting built. This is what I found. This may not be true, but this is what I found. So I'm going to do a redstone torch for her. Redstone torch right here because she did not have that recipe. And there we go. All right. And this is, we have, how many is this? We have 3 Fletchers. This is Hannah. And Hannah joins Case, who works in the workshop. So Hannah and Case work in the workshop, and Sebastian works in the retail store in the, let's go this way, in the visitors shopping center. And the Fletchers are very important. Do we want to have a Fletcher? So at the Trees Hotel, we have a clothing store, but what if we had a Fletcher at the Gatehouse? Because there's that athletic center there, and they can devote themselves to working on the bows. I know, I'm sorry, I'm having a little bit of an allergic reaction and my eyes are bothering me right now. Sorry about that. Okay, that's an interesting idea. So this is Micah here, the dye shop. These are originally Arcology level 5s. And we have adapted them to be in these locations. But this is the footprint of an Arcology Fletcher and an Arcology dye shop. This is a footprint of an Arcology glass shop here. Because we have more than one of these shops, that's when I use Arcology. Arcology is very tiny, but like I said, we already built level 5s of other ones that are more complicated. And so I prefer to do it that way. Let's go back and work on this bakery. I'm going to look at Gray's Bakery for a second. This is an Arcology bakery here. The footprint of an Arcology bakery right here. And we've got lots of wonderful windows. This is what the coloring is for it. And it's got the traditional coloring. And the traditional coloring, we could do white. We know that the traditional coloring for restaurants and places that do service is orange, and that's why these buildings are orange. I could go ahead and do the orange again and just make the whole building. So see how we have just the line there, and we can always use this dark also. And I think that's what I want to do. It's the next morning. People are getting up and going to work. This is an apartment building right here. And so now that Ryan is here, let's see what she needs. She's waiting for light gray, and she's waiting for stairs, and all of those things can be made. I could maybe get her to ask for some of this again, but I'm going to leave it. I'm not going to interfere in case Minecolonies team has worked out that when you leave the game and come back in, you don't have to reset all the requests. But we could reset them at the line item. We could reset all the requests here, but I don't think I want to do that just yet. Let's see what happens with them. Let's take this off. Let's go back to the Gatehouse District, and we're going to work on the bakery for a while. I'm just looking at some people. This is Corinne's restaurant right here. We have Corinne and Steffi and Raquel in this area. And then we have Monroe and technically Monroe and Corinne and the new restaurant in this area. Corinne's the closest restaurant for these farmers. We can see the pasture for the dairy cows. That's one of the windows up there. Hi, what you doing?
'Tis a fine day.
What you doing, Monroe? Makes me want to have more glass in different places.
You are so wise.
Really? Let's cancel. And let's get her to ask for that again. I'll cancel that one because she's only asking for one thing. We'll get her to ask for it again. And this is the way into this area here. And Spencer's here. And is his dexterity going down? It's not going down. So we'll see how this works out. So there he is. And what did you get? Let me look at the bow. Inventory. This has mending on it. He's got the lowest bow that he could have, but why don't we put in a request that he should have 3 bows. Here. Minimum stock, add, and let's put bows. No. 3. That's where the 3 goes. This is where the bow goes. And we're just going to do plain simple bows. And let him at least get those in case the mending one runs out. And he does have one place to practice. And that is what he's working on. Now this is the way this building is built. And I don't mind that a lot of times, but we're just going to move it. We could have it on the wall right here. Right there. Just to not have that one on the ground. Interesting. What you doing? This is new. This is new stuff where they end up against a wall, just standing up against a wall. It'll be interesting to see that's very new. Them choosing to stand up against a wall like that. And here, Case is working. Okay. So let's go back to what we want to do. Vincentius Primus, everybody. We didn't really thank him for doing that for us to do that. Let's go ahead and do what we know to be the case, and we are going to make this orange. Amenities are orange, builders are yellow, and storage is yellow. And so that's the way these are built. This is what we've been following all along. So we're going to continue. So how do you change it when every restaurant has orange as a part of its build, as part of what it looks like? And it's like, that's a good question. This will be interesting to see what we do with it. Doing something different with this one. And we need a double amount right here. There we have it. Because this Lady Shatana's default cavern style has just a 2-door entrance, and Aquatica and Underwater Base have three-door entrances. They have 3-block entrances. So we have to adapt Lady Shatana's to fit the what Aquatica and Underwater Base have. Oops. Why? Hold on. Wait, hold on. X. And let me do something here. Let's put this away because I just clicked on that. Why does that happen? I have the smooth mouse thing, and I find that this is a flag. I find that happens sometimes with smooth mouse, that all of a sudden it changes the piece. Oh, lost the barrel. It was one of these. We'll put it back here for now until I see what I want to do. Let's make these go away. And everything else can stay for right now. Yeah, I think we're going to make it the traditional. We're going to make it what restaurants are supposed to be made out of, the color they're supposed to be made out of. And we'll do that for all of them. Let's take that away. Did I wash something away? I can't see anything washing away there. So this is the stuff that's fun for me and that I like to do, is make these designs fit into the city that we already have. That one I did right. Let's see if I can do this one right. Nope. And up and up. And what happens for me with these kinds of things that I'm working on is yeah, my siren sight comes on when I get wet, because I get a tail and everything when I get wet. I'm a mermaid. I'm an ambassador from the mermaid nation of Ta'ana. All right. So if we decide that we're going to glass this section right here, then this is going to be orange underneath. We'll have orange in these parts here, which will have to be covered either on the outside, and I think I will do it from the outside. We'll put the white on top on the outside of this. And then all of this is going to be white, because this is going to be orange right in this part right here. Bonk. So the gatehouse is a new piece, and we are happy that they have included in this new piece that visitors are attached to gatehouses as well as to taverns. And I'm hoping that it remains that way. I'm hoping it's not something like in the beginning where you could have more than one tavern. But if this is their compromise, that you can still only have one tavern, but you can have as many gatehouses, or you can have the gatehouses that you need to connect cities together. And you only need one for each city, or I would probably have maybe, depending on the location of the other cities, one that's facing the city that we're making it to connect. And that is something that we could look at. I'm going to need white around these windows. Is this going to be white here? If this is white here, what does that mean for, let's fix that. And I didn't get it. Houston, we have a problem. Okay, let's take this away. Let's see, there it is. I have to stand here and put that in. Let's make sure we get this one right here. And this one right here. I see it. I end up being off screen, don't I? I see that. Let me see if I can adjust it just a tiny bit without him being here. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, now I'm really up. Maybe not quite that much. Hold on. I'm going to cough. From one extreme to another. Okay. Thank you for your indulgence there. I think that's a teeny bit better. Not quite as much off of the area here. Let's take this one and do this one first and then put that in. And here, same thing. That one and then that. And go around. Why am I doing it that way? Because of stuff like that. Alright, let's come this way. I have that. I can't reach. There it is. Here we go. And then this is going to be glass. And depending, there's not really a lot to see in this area. So if we wanted to, we could have it be decorative glass like we have it in Rose. We have all sorts of beautiful glass that we can use as part of, what don't we need right now? We don't need you. You and you are in the room. Yeah, I didn't put the one back over in that corner. They're both gone. I'm leaving them. I might not have them. So I'm going to make it more non-vanilla. I think whether I like it or not, I'm going to have this part all be orange. Because it's connected to the hotel. right there, and then we can make that glass whatever glass that we make for this area. This back here, I think it's going to be white. I think it is. I think it definitely is. Take that, and this way, and that way. And we'll have to get to those from the outside. I am not doing that. I am not making a mistake with the hut block. So this is how it looks so far. And in this kitchen part here where there isn't glass, we will have, let's look at glass for a second. Let's actually look at glass. We have chipped, so we have a ton of glass that we can use. And across the way in the concrete mixer, we use some beautiful glass over there. And so let's look at it for a moment. Let's hold on to these right here. Let's not have that right just yet. Let's put these three together. Floor, probably wood or carpet would be nice. And I think I would like. But let's go to chipped. And let's go to glass. And so we have glass, Macaw's glass, which we have used a lot in different areas. We're not going to use it in this right now. We're going to come down to chipped glass, and we're going to use block. So we're using orange, and this is orange right here. So these are our patterns on our glass. I always love this vertical. The verticals are always so pretty. These are verticals here. Let's pull out a couple and see which ones we like. And then we can put some back. So right here is a perfect example. So we could have the glass look like that. Wow, I like that a lot. I do. So how can I make that work? There might actually be something to see here. Let's go to chipped IPP. Nope, we're doing it wrong. Glass. GLASS. Let's get the clear glass. And let's say that the people in this restaurant are going to have to look out the window from here. Oops, that didn't work. Here, all the way across like this. So this is where the windows are going to be in this building. And Sensus Primus, everybody. And we can have it go all the way across. This is new and different. And then let's do this one also. So this is the glass for the windows. And so when they stand here, they can look out and see out this way. They can look and see the hall across the way. And over here, this isn't bad. We could actually have glass in the kitchen right here, the way we do in the apartment buildings. We can have glass in the kitchen in these sections right here. And there it is. It just makes a really nice difference already. Then the question is, I don't want the walls to be completely orange. We could put in glass pattern, and I really did like the way this looked. So what would happen if we put this glass in above the window. Let's see what this looks like. That's interesting, isn't it? I know it would be better if it was right in the middle, but then they can't look out the window. This is quite a view. If we had Create and the taxis and all, we're just dungeoning and dragoning the taxi service and the scrubs. But we could actually, because look how empty that looks there, we could actually put a delivery submarine. Can't put a taxi, but a delivery submarine we could. Why can't we put a taxi? Because it would be empty, but maybe it would be coming from somewhere. Do the taxis run themselves without a driver? That's a good question, people. All good questions that I have no answer for at this particular moment. Let's try something here. Let's just put one row of this glass and see what happens if we do that. That's nice looking. I like that. Let's do that. And then the skylight, this will solve a lot of problems if we have the skylights be the same. Dun 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 dun, Hallie, yay! Fireworks, we have a new guard tower that is finished. Let's come out right quick and let's get Hallie to work on the next one. So, did she get it yet?
Can I help you?
Can I help you? What are you waiting for?
Hi.
Hi. Okay, at least it's being made, see? When before it wasn't. So she is waiting for that still. What level is this? This is a guard tower level 4. It's the builder here. And Spencer's still standing there. Yeah, let's just have her bring this up to the level 5 for right now. And then I can have a sign and a druid here, which would be good. So Hallie's going to work on this and bring it up to the level 5. And River is still working on her place. Right? Okay. And there's a delivery going to where? Where? Oh no, she's taking a shortcut. Excellent. Through the hotel. Oh yeah. I like that. So right here where this is, let's get the pane that matches. So we're going to take these out. I need this. This is woven orange stain. No. VEN orange stain. And there's the glass. So we can remove this and put these in. Excellent. And we will continue here. So this part is going to be this. So Lady Shatana has the windows up higher. So they're not really meant to look outside, they're just meant to be a decoration because the people are down here. So, which is fine. I like her designs and I like the way she furnishes things in vanilla, and so it is very informative for things that we want to do. And so that's one of the reasons why I really like it. And there we are, look at that. And so now we can take this, put it on top, and this is the new part here. I see this. Let's take this out for a second. We could do it from the outside, but we can see it through the glass. So we're going to come here and very carefully along this wall, replace this part of the wall. You have to be careful because the hut block is there. And then we can just go ahead and put the glass back. Yes, I'm a mer. You want to see? This is what happens to me. I'm not standing in the water right now, but if I get into the water, let me get down. There we go. See, I've got a tail. And the water's freezing. One way that I can tell the water's freezing is because when I get a tail, my tail is dark color. And that is because it's very cold. Let's see when I come over here. See my tail? And then I get siren sight as well. But those are the things that happen. And so let's come to here. That is, in case you're wondering, that is the mod Mer mod. And that allows you to be a mer, which is quite lovely. It gives you underwater vision. You can see underwater without having lights. And it also gives you, of course, the look, which is the best of all. And there we are. Okay. And up here, now if I wanted, I don't think these are going to leak. Glass doesn't leak, and these qualify as glass. So I don't think these are going to leak. And then let's put in this glass around it. And of course that light is gone. All the lights will be gone in a minute. But let's see if we like the way that looks. This makes it very sort of modern looking, doesn't it? Johnny Speed would hate it. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. We might want to do something with this wall area just to keep it from being so high. And I know exactly what I want to do with it. Let's come here. Let's get a cutter. Let's put it down, and let's get a stair piece. We could either use stair. I don't know that this is going to look like anything. We'll have to see and see what that looks like. So if we put this here, wait, where are they? Let's put this here, this here. If we put this here, what does it look like? It looks like that. Yeah. Let's do this instead. This is the tradition. So we can do tradition. Just what? And bring those sides down just a little bit more. Around this part right here. There we go. Stand over here. And then what lights are we going to have? Probably where they had the lights, we may just go ahead right here where these lights are and put in fixtures. Put put a solid piece there, a solid orange piece right here for where each of those lights is. And we will have a fixture hanging from those. And where are we putting this? Yeah, we're doing that. Do we want to put a glass in the middle, or do we want to, let's see what it looks like if we do that. This is what it would look like. Like we have this big, beautiful piece of glass right in the center there, like that. Don't like it. So let's take the 1, 2, 3, 4 of this and make it this glass. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I like that better. And then we'll have things hanging down. Oops. From there. So it's going to be dark in here in a minute. No. Everybody's gone to bed. There we go. I could save those for last, or I could put in the lights now. Let's put the lights in. What do we want to use? Let's look at lanterns, lamps. I still need this. This is in the room. I'm not going to use this. So let's come here. This is in the room. This is in the room. This is in the room. We're working on this right now. We can put this here. And what I need, the reason I'm getting some space is because I'm going to look at lanterns, lamps. So we have this bamboo lamp, which is really pretty, but it's the only one of its kind. It can't be colored, and it makes it difficult if we use it in a restaurant to use it someplace else. We can use the brown paper lantern because it looks like it is orange, and we can hang them here like that. So there are lights. That's looking very restaurant-like, isn't it? It looks like a high-class place, and this is just going to be like a really fancy upscale bakery. Where people can sit and work on their computer. This is steampunk that we have in this world. Work on their computer, or just drink coffee, or talk to each other. Dun, 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 dun. All right, so the floor and the ceilings, we've lost some of these pieces here. Let's take these away until we figure out what we're going to do with this stuff. We'll collect it all for right now. And we didn't finish this. And we can put the kitchen in next first. I think that's what I'd like to do. Put the kitchen in. See if I can stand here. Glass doesn't leak, but concrete does. And there it is. And what are we doing with the floor? Good question. Good question. So this part is going to be here like this, and this is going to be that. Whoa, that was close. Hi, Raphael. Raphael's like, ooh, a new bakery, yay! That's what he's saying. And let's do the kitchen. We can't do anything with these ovens. These ovens are theirs. What I might do is put a flatter surface on those ovens. Let's take this away. We need that rack. And that's good. Now, I don't know why the racks in... Did I make them taller? I might have made the racks taller to make it that they're a bakery and they have bread racks. So I might have done that to give them, just brought these up myself in Abdullah's restaurant, in his bakery, because we have one of these already. And in this area here, we're not going to have that. And here, I think we did a corner piece so that we had something in this corner. And where are the cabinets? So the cabinets would be up here. Maybe they don't have any. Maybe all of their stuff is in drawers and spaces down here. And on the side, maybe we have a cabinet here. A cabinet here and not have anything. We could have a fridge right here. And cabinets probably in this area. See that right there? And then we'll decide what we're doing about the lighting back here, because this is the kitchen area and needs to have light. So let's do a fridge. Fridge, IDG, and let's do, this is MrCrayfish. This is Paladin's white fridge. Gray fridges from Cooking for Blockheads. And orange is going to be too bright. Orange is going to be too bright. Gray might, light gray might be interesting. This is what the orange looks like. Oh, it's not bright anymore. Or maybe there's no light on it. Oh, I like that. I'm glad I decided to do that. Excellent. That's a change in in Cooking for Blockheads. That's a change in their colorings of the refrigerators, because that used to be a really odd color and now it is blending very nicely with concrete. Excellent. Thank you, Cooking for Blockheads. For that, we're going to use that one. These are in the room. These are in the room. And let's hold on. The paintable lanterns are in the room. Why am I taking them away? Because I'm about to get cabinetry going here. This is a level 5. Do we have anybody to work it? Adeline is a druid, and she's going to be at the Gatehouse, one of the towers, one of the red towers in this area, and so we're waiting on that. One of the Gatehouse towers. They have to be up to level 5 so I can make it possible for her to be a druid there. Fabian is the head librarian at the university, and that leaves us Bronson, Kelsey, Ledger, Persephone. Renata is running the bookstore, and Whitley is running the bookstore. So there's Tucker. Tucker has 7. I don't have one. We could have Persephone. Let me see who her parents are. This is our Arnaaluk people. Let me see who her parents are for a moment. She's from the last group of kids. And there she is. So she's she is Arabella, and Khalil raised her, and I don't know now whether they fostered. If Arabella and Khalil fostered, I think Arabella and Khalil became a couple. We were really surprised about it, weren't we? But I don't know for sure. It doesn't say fostered, so that means that these are their kids. One of them is not. Let's have Persephone. We do not have any, let's have Persephone be here. I don't know that she's going to like it. See the 9s? She's leaning towards some different type of work. Minecolonies. The 9s are in strength and athletics. Athletics is smelters and dairy farmers. Strength is blacksmith and forester and miner and pig farmers and undertakers. And we have all of those things covered. Let's look at Tucker for a second. Tucker is Talon and Azrael's kid. Talon is a beekeeper, and Azrael is the environmentalist, along with Greta. They're both environmentalists. And Talon is a beekeeper. Tucker is really the one who should get it because he has the highest skill set for it. Tucker or William. Whitley. Hold on for a second. Let's look at the librarian for a minute. Let's come up here for the skill set for a second. I'm going to look at librarians, researchers, teachers, and students. Intelligence and focus. Let me look at Tucker. His focus is 8. Whitley's focus is 4. Whitley, we could do with Whitley what we did with Evelyn and what we've done with a couple of the people who have been researchers or bookstore owners. And we could hire Whitley here. Whitley's not living with anyone. Whitley is, and she'd actually be good. She has the correct, the way it's supposed to be. The knowledge, the green is higher than the yellow. And that is the highest of all of them, all the people who are available. I'm going to put Whitley here in this bakery. And now I have to get her a house right quick. So we're going to go into the Sika apartments and see where she can live. So in this apartment is Gemma and Matthew, that's a couple in that apartment, and Monroe and Miguel are here. And this is also couples. This is River and Spence live here. And right here, this is empty. So we're going to put Monroe, we're going to put Whitley here. 310 blocks away she is. and we're going to assign her to here. That's how far away the northwest section of this city is from where I'm standing right now. But this is perfect for her. Let's go upstairs for a second and look at the beds and see if the beds are okay. The beds are fine for now. This is supposed to be a level 3. That looks like a level 2, doesn't it? But it is a level 3. So this is fine for now. We'll leave that. And we'll show that someone lives here. And there we go. And we'll see how Whitley makes out living there. So you see what's happening already. This is the Sika apartments right here, and it's already full. Now on the other side, on the other side of this building, look at that's it right there. Isn't that pretty? It's very pretty. On the other side of this building is, where are you? Are you gone? Yep, you are. Let me get that. Let me put a rack there. A rack. And let's come to here. And let's get all that stuff I just picked up. Picked up that. That. I'm going to give her these. So let me put them down here. This might be hers. I'm going to give her the ladders. I'm going to give her the torches and the moss carpet. I don't know about that. Everything else is mine. So let's come here. I'm going to give her the rack. And put this all back into her space. There we go, as well as that. And there we are for right now. So let's come over to the apartment over here, which is the Willows. And I think it's going to be too far away. Is it too far away for the restaurant owner? We'll see. If it is, we need another apartment building. Let's look and see. Let's look here. Daniela's here. Hannah could live in this area, but Hannah lives someplace else. And look at that. Hannah would be better off here, actually. Fascinating. Daniela is with Raphael, and that's why she's here by herself. Let's look how far down she is. So she would be 60 from here. So that doesn't help her purpose. That doesn't make her closer in any kind of way. So that's not going to work. So we might need another apartment building. We're going to have a person who works in this restaurant. We have a baker right here at Whitley right now. And we have we're going to have a person. The athletic center takes care of itself. The druids take care of themselves. But if we have a flower shop, they're going to have to be in there in that same area too. So I'm going to take a moment. What is my timing like here? This is most interesting. Let's bring this down for right now. And this one here. And let's look. Wow, 2 hours. So we have a whole nother hour. Who completed? River. Yay! River completed the builder. The level 3. So now she is getting closer. That was a trader landing, that sound that you heard. River is going to upgrade this to the level 4. When she gets to level 5, she'll begin helping the other builders in this area with these projects here. And I believe that this is, Hallie is working on this. Oh, I think it's Hallie. Hannah is the chef. And then down here, let's look and see. And he's still working on this. So Case is still working on this. I don't really want to put in more housing. We only need the flower shop, the restaurant owner, and the baker. So that's 3 people need to be added to this area who need housing. The druids don't, and the fitness personnel don't either. So that is what's going on there. Okay. Let's go back to here for a minute now that we have them working again, and decide either on the furniture or on the flooring. It would be interesting to have either carpet, wool in a different color for the floor. If we're going to have wool, and if we wanted to have a pattern or something like that, I think I would like it to be brown to go with this. And let's see what this looks like. This texture is nice, this cross-haired. The knitted is nice. This wicker is nice. And the tripped is nice. Let's look at these for a second and see. 3, 4. I have to be careful about druids. And I like that. I definitely like that, and I think I don't even care about any other. I definitely like the color of that. Let's come here. We'll take that one, and this one. And here for this. So what is the floor coloring without, if this is going around the whole room? I think in the Aquatica hotel, the floor is white in the hotel. So we could make this some sort of carpet here, some sort of different color carpet right here. Let me see what this looks like. This is the knitted. And this is this one. And this is wickered. And I don't like any of those up against this right here. So let's not have any of it. Let's not have a separate piece there. And let's do, yeah, I think I want to do that. I think I just want to go ahead and take away this portion right here. This is an accent, and when you're in vanilla, these accents are really pretty. But we aren't in vanilla. And we can have the carpeting come all the way to the kitchen. right to there. And then we can put in the kitchen some kind of, whoops, we just lost the door there. Let's do it this way. So let's come here and do that piece. And that way we won't lose that door. Is this done under here? Because when we remove those, there's going to be something there. So now in here, let's see what we want to do with this part. Hi. Let's look at concrete. Now, chipped has concrete in different colors and has white. Concrete mosaic. This is in the room, so we don't have to worry about this. Mosaic. These are tiles, subway tiles, that looks like. Mosaic. And then pegged. I don't think I'm going to like any of this, but we'll see for a minute. Or should it be gray, or should it just be the black? Should it just be polished deep slate in this whole section right here? I think I like the idea of this being in the kitchen, and I like it. Let's have the kitchen come all the way under this cabinetry right here. I know I did it the other way, but I've changed my mind as usual. Oops, oops, oops. There we go. I have a tendency to do that a lot. Change my mind. Dun, 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 dun. And there we go. So then that looks like carpet. And that's the actual floor in here. What do you think? Cabinets. And then we'll move on. We haven't gone to Petit Arnaaluk today. We could check and see what's going on there. I love when the fish go past the windows like that. That is so fun. I know I need to put in counters and countertops. We can do something. Let's go to stove. I beg your pardon. So see that Paladin has these stovetops? Let's see what it looks like if we put stovetops. Tell me we can't do that. Are you serious? Ooh, we cannot put stovetops on top of these. How interesting. Okay, so we can't do that. So we can put wood. We can have these be, these are ovens. So we're going to have some special top to them, and depending on what we're doing, what looks like it would be best in these places. Let's do the cabinetry first, and then we can decide from there. So if this is, and then we can decide about these also, the tables and chairs that are in here. Although this is kind of like looks like a club now with these wild and crazy chairs and tables and with this orange set. Take that away because we're going to use we're going to make them panels to extend this across. And so now I just need a counter. Drawers, D-R-A-W. And let's look and see what we want to put here. Look at the Zelkova. We could do the light colored or the dark colored. The Red Rock Kitchens. Let's see what else. Or we could have everything be white. What's she doing? Hi. Hi, what you doing? Whitley, it's you! Welcome. Whitley is coming to her. She's the new baker. Welcome, Whitley. I have one of those coughs too. Which one do you like better? Let's look. Let's take this one. Let's take this one. Let's take this one here. Let's take this one here. Oops. Right here and see which one we like better. From this side even. We're going to have to cover this, I think. This matches the best, doesn't it? See right there? So if we put this in on this side like this, it would come all the way to here. Oops. To here like this. Across. And would look like that. And would be there like that. I almost prefer it in a way. But it might just be too much. It might be better to just have black. Let's look again. I'm not going to like the white. And the orange, this orange here looks like that. And I'm not sure that I like that either. It almost makes me want to just have like wood and not use any of these at all. Let's go back to cabinets. Let's go to drawers, A-W-E-R, because there's nothing on top. So we have to have drawers for everything to go in. This. Ooh. This might be interesting. This might be interesting. Look at those. And then, oh, that might be curious. This is supposed to be a counter. I'll have to look and see how I feel about that as a counter. This is dark oak counter. And I don't want the mangrove top. And then we have this. We have this. We have this. These are MrCrayfishes. And then we have these. So if I had a wood top for them to spread stuff out, if I did these, if I did a mixture of these, I've done this before. Let me see what some of this looks like. Hi. I know you can't make anything yet. So this is what it would look like if we did this. It would have that wood. Nope, we're not having that plywood back. on this, so that is that. That's unfortunate. Wait, that's that one. Let's do this. That gives us that, but you know what this looks like when I have a whole bunch of it together. It looks like this. I don't like it. Let's do this. Now that is interesting. This is the most interesting so far, and I actually like it. Yeah. Let's do that. That is good. That is good. Okay, and we have the refrigerator right here. And we have this here. Now this is going to be difficult, but we can see what we want to use as a top for that. That's going to be hard to match. I think the only thing that's going to match it is maybe the brown. Let's use the andesite one next to the stove, because, bless you, put that in right there to go along with the ovens right here. I wish I could put in two, but I can't. Or let's use a white one like that, and then cover these with white. So this is where they roll out dough or do stuff like that. Let's go to here. Nah, they can't do that on top. You're right, they cannot. So this would just be counter space right here. I don't like it. I just never liked this, so we can't cover them. This is actually a counter right here. We need a counter here. And we're going to use that one on that side, and then we have the refrigerator. Or we can do the orange of these right here. And I like that better. Okay, so a panel piece to go there. Let's get all of this to go away for a second. We can actually have those go away. We have a ton of those. Let's bring this down. Let's look at panel. Let's look at concrete. Concrete brown is this color. Let's look at terracotta. Terracotta brown is this color. And what other browns can we have? I could do copper. Oh, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? That would be very curious as a top. I don't think that the cutter is going to see this, but we'll look and see if the cutter can see that. So we need panels. We need this, actually trapdoors, sorry. We need this trapdoor. Oh my gosh. Look at that. It can see that. I have to try one of those. And let's come here. I did not think that was going to happen. Wow. So these are traps. Did I make traps? Trapdoor, trapdoor. So this is what it would look like. It's going to look like that, come down like that. Or it's going to look like this. I like this better. Kind of matches the floor and the designs. It's time for bed. She's been here all day watching all of this stuff happen, and I do like these. This copper's bright. Let's look at coppers again for a second. I don't think anything else is going to work. We can try this one and see what it looks like for a sec. Hold on. Let's go back to copper. We do have the great copper too. This is functional blocks with this. This is so strange. I think these are actually going to work. These exposed ones. Let's try it and let's see if we can get them to work. If we can, that's pretty shocking. It is. Oh, it really is shocking. Dun 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 dun. Oh my gosh, I can't get over that. Will this one go in? Aha! This one won't. That one won't go in. Will this go in? But this one will. Wow. Back, just left home. What did you miss? You missed this. Dun 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 dun. So we have spent time working on this bakery right here, and we're putting in trapdoors here, and I think we're headed towards this. No, I don't like that one. Let's try this one here and let's see what this looks like. I kind of like the fact that they sort of look like they need cleaning or something like that. I kind of like that look to them. This is where all of their stuff is, under here. Where do they roll stuff? And this is what we're going to, we won't be able to have that there. We won't be able to have this one here. I need to have specials here. Right here is where they're going to roll dough. And I would like there to be a wooden top for doing that. This is a bakery. So let's go to counters, drawers, AWR. Let's make these guys go away here. And let's look at wood tops for things. That's what you missed. This is what I want right here. So we can either do the jungle, mangrove, or the oak. I kind of want it to be really clear that that whole section, this whole section here, is made out of wood. Let me put this part here. I turn it so that there. Yeah, let's have it look like that. Okay, and then in this corner, here we have this. And I don't... So we have this color we can have. We have mangrove. We can have this. I like that. In this corner here, let's put another one of these for a minute. Place it away and have that there. So this is where they roll dough. And that pretty much takes care of everything here. Now they serve coffee. And so we need to have really kind of a coffee station kind of thing. Do we want to have something on top of this? Do we want to have something coming across here for this one? We haven't done that in this particular one. Let's take this. Let's take this part right here and let us run cabinetry across. And this is going to be fun. Matching this. This is MrCrayfish's dark oak drawers. Let's look at cabinets. B-I-N-E-T. Let's see if we can find something of anybody's that matches. There's MrCrayfish right here. But notice his dark oak drawer, his dark oak cabinet, storage cabinet, doesn't come around to the front. There it is. That's it right there. That's the matching cabinetry. See? Sure enough. Okay, so this goes this way. And this way. This way. So now we can come from here and go like this across. And let's take this to, I think I'd rather have this, and that'll allow us to have a place where the coffee is served from. And then we'll have to light this back area differently from the rest of it. So they come here, they can come through here. It also means that the druids and couriers won't be jumping over the counter. And that's what it looks like in the light. And so we have those lights above there, and back here we're going to have a different set of lights here. So let's go to Simply Light for a sec and see what I can get. I need anything Simply Light, and there is Simply Light right here. Let's try this dynamic lighting. There's the bottom dynamic lighting and top dynamic lighting, and let's see what we can do with it. Can we put the bottom lighting? No. That's what we wanted. So we can put it right here. Look at this. This is excellent. So this is the lighting in the kitchen. No, shoot, I can't put one there. That's a problem. Yeah, see, it's gonna, oh, but I could put it there. Let me try here. A minute, putting it right here, like that. And so this is where they roll out the dough, right in this area here. And we can put a cutting board right over here, like occasionally they have to use that for cutting stuff, cutting bread or do that. That's standing back there. Unless I want to put that here. I like that better. And then we need coffee on this side. So we're going to put the coffee maker right here, which is a brewing stand for Adorn. Adorn gives us this brewing stand. These are in the room. I need a mug for that coffee maker, and then I need coffee cups. Cup. There they are. Let's do whites. Restaurant white. And there she is, coming to work. And she seems to be okay. She's going to the restaurant to get fed. They come here first and check in, and then they go to get breakfast. And dun, 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 dun. All right. So in this section here, we could have another cup sitting there. And now we don't. I'm bad about this. So Corrales is another streamer, an old streamer. He's been doing it for a long time, long time. An amazing decorator as well. But his thing is always bushes, lots of bushes. And this is a bakery. We don't really have too many places that we can do anything, but I think we can do something right in these corners, in this area right here. And so, hold on. Let's take this part of this corner and bring it back like this. And if it leaks, I will have to do it from outside. Let's take, we don't need you guys right now. You're all in the room. Let's take a chain. And for now, let's do this chain. Let's look here and get a pot. Let's see if the hanging pots are a part of this. They are not. Let's do flowers. Let's see if the hanging pots are a part of this. They are not, so let's go to beautify or handcrafted. Let's see who it belongs to. It belongs to beautify. So we can use this. We can put chain here. And bring this down and then hang the flower pot. It's too far. Let's bring it down one more. Hang the flower pot right here. On that side. Let's come here. That looks so heavy, doesn't it? Should I use one of the lighter chains? I might need a lighter chain for that. Let's get a different color chain. We could do the copper and see what it looks like. And we can do this and we'll probably end up with the black, but let's see what the copper looks like. Oh yeah, now we're gonna do this because it disappears. Excellent. That's perfect. And so let's put this here and this. And I'm gonna have to see if that's leaking after I put the chain there. If it is, I might have to get something else. Okay, so right here and here, I need flowers. We could do azalea. Yes, they are azaleas. No, azure. That's what they are. I keep thinking they're azaleas. Who else is it that we can do like azure? Has a really good look to it. I don't know. That we can put in a pot, because that's the thing. Flower. Flower doesn't give us all the flowers, and it doesn't give us necessarily flowers that we can put in a pot. We can't put bushes in a pot. We might be able to put some of these flowers in a pot. I haven't tried doing that, so let's see if we can put these in a pot. I'm going to need a pot. because when I do this, if I don't like it, I can't. So we can't put them in. We can definitely put them in. And these. We can definitely put the azure in, and it looks like that. And that works for us. So, am I going to do something about these odd pieces of furniture here? Or am I just going to leave it for now? Am I just going to leave it and just go, eh? That's a good question. This is kind of okay here. I know that's crazy, but I'm going to leave those for right now. And now we need pastries. Pastries. Cooking for blockheads, fruit. There it is. We need a fruit basket. And we can make all of this stuff go away for a minute, including this, all that's in the room. And now we can put in a couple things. We can put in cake. So we need, let's do 3 of these. Let's do bread, because bread looks really amazing in here. So let's do a couple of these. And then we can do pumpkin. If we hide the slice out of it, which we can do sometimes. Let's put that there. And let's open it. Let's put this here, put this in, and put this, put one of these here. Let's put this here, this, let's put one here, and one here, and that's what it looks like. I'm not going to use this. What other one can I use? I don't think there's anything else that's going to look, because Simon, who is the creator of the Chroma Hills texture pack, is not updating right now. That's good enough. That looks good. Let's take, which one is it? Is it this one? Let's see if it's that one. Oh, it's not that one. Is it this one? Yeah, it is that one. It was getting squished. Okay, and we have that. And these can't be used. And so if I want to have these chairs and tables sort of like as an homage to her, to Lady Shatana's vanilla build, let's look at chairs and let's see what we can find that will give sort of that same thing. Let's come down to the chairs I like to use in restaurants, which would be these. So we could use these with acacia and these for the purple ones. And so right here we would trade these out right here and make these. Oops. Now that would be interesting. Put that there. And over here, we'll trade these out for the purple ones. Why? I don't know. That's the way she has it. So we're going to do that. And then table-wise, to go with these, the mixture of tables. So let's go to tables for a second. We're not going to have tablecloths. So that means that we have to have something that gives the look. There's a classic crimson. And the classic warped. I could do both of those. Let's see if they're too dull looking. These are bright and pretty looking. Let's see what this looks like. No, see, now I want to have the matching acacia. I don't think I'm going to concern myself. See how the backs of the chairs are acacia. So we can have matching acacia tables. Or we can have tables with tablecloths. Hold on, what's this? That's adorn. Portable hydration. I don't think you can set that down. These are Valhelsia's acacia. I don't want tablecloths. The aspen's really kind of nice looking. I'm just not sure I like these tables. These are Paladin's, one of Paladin's tables. This is classic acacia here. These are Paladins also. And so then we have the Sika, and we have the aspen, and we have the fir. Those are interesting, aren't they? Let me see. If we did just the classic stripped acacia, it kind of matches. Let's see what the what this looks like. That's kind of fun, isn't it? Let's see what this looks like. That's even more fun. Let's do these. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. All right. There it is. Whoa! Yay, team! This is lovely. I love it. So this is the new bakery. And it's quite nice. And it's gonna mean that the Aquatica restaurant has to step up its game, because this is looking pretty upscale for the bakery. Now this is a bakery coffee shop, so people can come in here and sit. I don't know that I want to have people at the counter. Like, we can put in a computer, like a cash register or something. We can put it right here. Computer. MrCrayfish has a computer. We can use that as the cash register. Right there. So there's a coffee maker. And the cash register. And then if we want, we can have pictures of something here, like pictures of food. And if we do that, wow. Let's get frames. Here's these. Let's get ton of time. Let's get and this is Domum Ornamentum right here. Plant pot. I'm putting these in. This is bakery. In this area, I want to have something that looks like they cook or bake in this area. And bake. And I don't have anything cook. And the cooking stuff, I don't have anything except that big pot. Oh, I know what I can have. That's always funny when the trader is in and he perfectly answers like he's listening to me. We can have from who's it? Is it Handcrafted? Is it Beautify? Let's look at Beautify for a second and see if Beautify has them. That's an essence. That's not the one I'm looking for. Let's go to Cooking for Blockheads and see if it's theirs. This is Cooking for Blockheads food. Nope, that is not. This is no longer Cooking for Blockheads. Hold on for a second. Wandering Trader. Number 2987-401. 2025. That's funny. Is it Vincentius training? Vincentius is not so much training as he is just noodling. But yeah. Let's come here. And let's come. Let me think about it. Maybe it'll come up as a jar. It did. Perfect. It's MrCrayfish. So we can do the jungle color. I think the jungle color will look nice. And we can definitely have one sitting right here. They're big. But what we can do is put concrete in it. Yes, I know. Concrete flour. Powder looks like sugar or looks like flour. And that is on the counter there. So that's flour for rolling out. We used to have a rolling pin and things like that, but we don't at this point. And so that is sitting there. Practicing, yes. Not so much practicing, just noodling. Just doing something with his hands while he's thinking, which is what he does a lot with the guitar. And sometimes those things turn into songs, which is really, really nice. And let's come here. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, yes, yes. And this is us. This is it. So does she need to know how to make things? Let's remove. She can make cookies. This is made with soy. Disable that one. We're not making any pumpkin right now. This is bread. But this isn't Minecolonies bread. Disable it for right now. And this is made with milk. This is cake batter. Pizzas are fine. Disable these. We're not at war. We don't need this kind of boosts speeds and removes poison. We don't need these. This one removes potion effect. We don't need any of these at all. They have to be able to make water, and they can. She can make those. These are fine. This is the water. No! We don't need water in little containers. And there we go. So there's flatbread. What's missing from here? The cheesecake. Where's the first cheesecake? That one. Teach recipe. Cheesecake. So let's have her make cheesecake. Here's how you make it. And then, what's that? Oh, that's open request. Nice. Okay. And then the other thing that she needs, did it show her making a pizza? That is the mushroom pizza. Where's the plain pizza? See, the plain pizza isn't there? Teach recipe. This is the plain pizza here. And let's have her be able to make that. Then, oops. And let's look now. So that should show the plain pizza. And then up here where she needs to have the mushroom pizza, she'll make that one as well. I think that's all. Can you think of anything? Can you think of anything in regards that she needs to be able to make? I don't think so. And then in the smelting recipes, cake, we can disable that just so that she's not trying to do that. And cookies. And there we are. And so she is done. And the hotel isn't ready yet, so she's here by herself. Except she isn't, because River's right here. And that's Raphael visiting there. And what's River working on? She's upgrading this builder right here, making it a level 4. And when it's a level 5, she'll start working on the other projects. So we're good. Dun, 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 dun. Now this is a... This here... Uh-oh. Is it actually happening at the place where it happens every time? Let's see if it's going to do that. This right here, we can get rid of the brick, the stone brick, and put in concrete. And we can do the same thing with this, where we can bring the windows down if we want, or make the whole thing window here. Because Matthew is spending, hi Matthew, Matthew's spending all this time with the chickens, and we can give him a little bit more of a location, a little bit more place. Oh yeah, that's right, I was going to put examples of the bakery stuff up. Uh-oh, see what's happening? We're at an hour and a half, I think, was when we did it. We lasted, but it really is doing that. It is getting to the point where it's interesting. I wonder what some of the other people who stream on YouTube do when they're streaming Minecraft about the fact that it gets to this point. Maybe they're not streaming as long? That's a good question. See the lagging? So we're lagging again. And this will be interesting to see if simply freeze in the middle, yes. And it's one of these things where what I wish is that I could just, this is good, that's a good enough amount. If I stayed still, or if I didn't do anything, if it would catch up. $150 population. Will you need to accept this as part of your life when you get up to 150 people, or when you get up to two places? Good question. I don't know. That's actually a good question. I have no idea. I would have to look at some other people and see what they're saying. But I'm getting the saving world in the bottom corner. And when I begin to get that, people stop moving. See her? She's actually lagging. She's not standing still. She's actually lagging. And see the people on the map? Yep. Yep. But I am at the end of the day. This is actually a full 3 hours. Does 150 scattered around the world would count? I don't know. I have to figure. Well, that's what Vincentius Primus and I are trying to figure out, how we can do this. Because I definitely have enough power and enough memory, and I'm still having the problem. So that means it's Java. And Minecraft, the game, because of that, they have their own thing going on. But I'm curious to see if it's just because I have a ton of mods. So look at all the mods that I used in here. I use Paladin, I have Adorn, I have Minecolonies, I have Chipped, which has 1,000,000 pieces to it. I have Cooking for Blockheads, MrCrayfish, and Handcrafted for the little hanging flower pots, and the tables I think are Paladins, and the chairs are Valhelsia. That is a ton of mods in this one little room, and I think that's what it is. Society is supposed to work like a clock, not be a clock. You're absolutely right, and it is right now. It is definitely being a clock. It's like tick-tock, tick-tock. But thank you so much. Mr. Villager, I'm glad you made it back so you could see that what we did with this bakery here.
Also, in this terrible rain.
You don't have to get wet, Whitney. Whitley? That's not Whitney, that's Whitley. I'm reading from Mr. Villager in chat. Also, you got a furniture add-on. You think it doesn't even affect achievements. You still need to see if it's true or not. You got a furniture add-on. Moving from minute by minute. Yes, I know. Yes, I'm actually done. I actually can't do anymore until I would have to reboot the machine. Not reboot, but restart the game in order to get it to work properly. Look at what happened to those. They look funny. Let's come over here so that they don't look funny. That's better. We'll go from here. And yes, I know. I'm sorry. Mr. Villager, obrigado. Thank you for the wonderful surprise. I love it. I already had the mermaid one, but I love the new one. Just if you read my note that says that I just need a top because I'm on land and I need to have clothes on. So I need a top for that. And whatever you choose would be really fun. you've been dressing me very well. I am wearing for those of you who are watching, I am wearing one of Mr. Villager's skins, and he does amazing skins, and I now have a collection of his skins, which I just really love. And so he made me one, and it just doesn't, he made it as for me as the mermaid, so I don't have any clothes on top. And but I'm only wearing pants on the bottom, and so I would need to have something on top. And I know he made it to go with the tail, but I think the only one that I'm going to do is the tail, is the traditional tail, which is what you're seeing version of here. And for everyone who's watching, thank you. All of you who are watching, thank you so much. So much fun to have lots of people watching. I appreciate it. Fear is probably gone for 3. Merci beaucoup. Merci. And I hope to see you again. I have to speak more French to them. And because that helps me with my French studies too. So, all right, Mr. Villager. Okay, everybody. We're listening to Drone Hands. We're going to have an event on Twitch on the 17th. That's going to be fun. It's called Spooky Tunes. And for those of you who have a Twitch account, you can check into my Monster Mermaid. I'll start having some information about it on my Discord as well. And here we go. Bye for now, everyone. Let's listen to Vincentius Primus playing the end piece on guitar. Speaking of guitar, bye for now. Bye for now. Let's see how long this takes. There we go.